21.98 is lap 2 for Jook. The defending winner. Memorial qualifies with point James Wade out of Pittsburgh. David Arson. 2102. First lap is 22.76 is the second lap. Service number 38 from Brentwood. Making the move from spectator start to the second place run just a couple of weeks ago.
The spectator stocks to the Zoresco Limited Lakes this year and has 2 wins on the season. The Sub Express Keystone Beer number 35. It's a bullet chassis. .03, 22.03, the first lap for Mike Cecere. .54 the second lap, 21.54, lap number 2 for Mike Cecere. That puts him number 5 right now on the list of qualifiers. He's the 5th fastest. The Gearhead Graphics 5Y, Kirk Young out of Pittsburgh. Kirk has 1 win this year, his first career, and Steve Baker also drove this car to a feature win this season. In the Zoresco Limited Late Models, Kirk Young. Rocket chassis. 22.18 the first lap. .69, much better the second lap, 21.69. car number 48, this is Mark Moats from Hookstown. Mark was our leading winner in the Zaresco Limited Late Models last year. Does not have a win this year. He's bounced around between the late models and the Zaresco Limited Lates. Mark Moats out of Hookstown in car number 48, running a Bullet chassis. .21.38. That's fourth fastest right now, behind a 38 of Jim Steffens, and just ahead of the 97 of Travis Geisler. A little problem in turn 4, though, on the second lap. It won't be as good. 22.05, 22.05 the second lap for Mark Moats. In the Phil's towing, 3J from Monaca, Joe Johnson. Joe Johnson in car 3J, second-year driver, running a Bullet chassis. Close to the wall up in 3 and 4. .22.91 the first lap for Joe Johnson. One car that didn't time, the 54 of Chris Angelicchio. Chris playing college football up at St. Francis of Loretto and late getting here, not able to get here in time for time trials, but is on his way. .21.77 the second and final lap for Joe Johnson. 21 points. Cochran Automotive, ARL Trucking 1C of Lynn Geisler from Cranberry Township. In the 14 car, Bob DiGiulio driving the number 14, Bob DiGiulio. The Franklin Racing Supply, Ferree Chevrolet 4 of Ed Ferree from Saxonburg, and your late model points leader from St. Clairsville, and the Malcolm Racing Engines T8, Mark Banal. Starting in the back of the field, the Rocket Chassis Drame Racing Engine 68, the winner of the Penn National 100 last month, Timmy Hitz. 10 laps for the late models. Flinner and Kutis bring the field into turn number 4, and the green is out. They bunch up in turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. Flinner's got the lead into 09. Running second is Kutis in the 1K. Then Adler in the 7. Keep your eye on the back of the field. Geisler, Banal, Ferree, Hitt all trying to make their way up in through this qualifier. John Flinner with a half a straightaway lead. Running second is Jim Kutis. Adler third. Geisler moves to fourth in the Cochran Automotive 1C. Banal right behind him in the Malcolm Racing Engines T8 slides up in front of Bob Mosky for fifth. Look at Geisler trying to take Adler off at turn 4. Down the front stretch into turn number 1. John Flinner flying out there in the Auction Barn Rocket Chassis 09. He lays by straightaway. Jim Kutis, who's been strong this year at Roaring Knob Raceway Park, is second. Adler third. The battle for fourth between Geisler and Banal. Coming off at turn 4. Geisler still fourth. Banal is fifth. Geisler goes to the outside. The Cochran Automotive 1C trying to get the momentum on the top side of the Monster half miles. They head down the back straightaway. They're tightly bunched into turn number 3. Adler now underneath Kutis. Banal underneath Geisler, and Hitt is up to 6th in the 68 car. Banal way down hugging the rail. Puts the T8 from 5th to 2nd into turn number 1. Hitt now pressuring Geisler for 5th. Meantime, John Flinner with a big lead. Tim Hitt clamped up, picking that left side up as he heads down the back straightaway. Off at turn 4, Banal still second. Adler third. Then it's Hitt now, passing Kutis for 4th. Kutis 5th and Geisler 6th. Then Ferree and Mosky side by side. Geisler having problems in the turns in the Cochran Automotive 1C. He gets by Kutis now and moves into the 5th spot. Out in front, it's John Flinner. Banal second. Adler third, and look at Hitt, clamped up down the front stretch into turn number 1. Swinging by Bill Adler for the 3rd spot. Adler is 4th, Geisler is 5th. Kutis 6th, Ferree is 7th, Mosky 8th, Miley 9th, Durick 10th, and then Bob DiGiulio. A straightaway lead for John Flinner. Banal second, hit third. Adler and Geisler. Off the second turn now, Geisler in the Concord Automotive 1C, getting by Bill Adler and moves up into fourth. 2 laps to go for John Flinner, but now not closing in at all. Flinner still leads by a straightaway in the Auction Barn 09. Ed Ferree on the outside trying to pass the 1K of Jim Kudis for 6th in turns 1 and 2. Flinner takes the white flag. Ferree moving into the 6th spot in the Franklin Racing Supply 4. Banal still second, hit third. Geisler is 4th. Adler running 5th. Final lap of your first of 3 late model qualifiers. He is red hot here the final weekend of August. John Flinner in the Auction Barn 09, and he may have lost the motor. Blue smoke coming out from the back of the 09 just as he takes the checkered flag. T8 Mark Banal second. The 68 of Tim hit third, the 1C of Lynn Geisler 4th, and the 7 of Bill Adler 5th. From Georgetown, Ohio, the number 15, making his first Pittsburgh start this year, Scotty Peltz. Out of Imperial in a brand new rocket chassis, Mike Johnson in the 2J. From Chester, West Virginia, the 5 of Lou Braddish. From Morgantown, the red 0 is Dave Groves. Out of Glen Willard in the 1Z, Jimmy Zarin. Starting 8th. Into Gary's Auto Sales and Car Rental, 75, Melmanick Jr. from Uniontown. And the Wellco Tape 67, top 5 run last week from Austintown. 3rd week out for this new car, Ricky Dawson. In the Gross Lumber 75 from Apple Creek, Ohio, Mr. Mopar, Don Gross. And the Coors Light 8 from Dormont, Dennis Curry. 10 laps for the late models. Green is out. Malquit, who was so impressive last Saturday night here. Defending track champion with 2 wins on the campaign, has only been out about 6 weeks. Leads them down the back straightaway. Kurt Habadell running in the 2nd spot. Scott Peltz is 3rd, Braddish 4th, and Mike Johnson 5th here early on, looking to complete lap number 1. Peltz moves to 2nd. In turn 2, Braddish dives underneath the 93X of Kurt Habadell up to 3rd. Habadell 4th now, Mike Johnson 5th, Dave Groves a close 6th. Then it's Wachter and Curry way up high in the 8 cars. They rumble off of 4. 2 laps down. Dennis Curry riding way up on the rim there in the Coors Light 8. He started last, and he's putting a charge on. He's got his foot to the floor down the back straightaway, picking off a couple of more spots. As he closes in on the top 5. Malquit with a big lead here, side by side for 2nd. It's Braddish 2nd now, Peltz 3rd. Habadell and Johnson side by side for 4th, with Curry right there behind him on the outside. Down low the 67 of Rick Dawson, and then the 0 of Dave Groves. B.A. Malquit, the Phil Lucon RevFab 04, rocketing off at turn number 4. Mike Johnson now puts the 2J up to 4th, making the pass of Kurt Habadell. Habadell still 5th. Curry is 6th. Dawson runs 7th. Groves is 8th. Big lead for Malquit. A straightaway advantage here in car 04. Halfway, 5 laps to go. 5 laps remaining. Ricky Dawson now in the Wellco Tape 67. Moving into position number 6. As Curry is 5th in the Coors Light 8. Braddish 2nd, Peltz 3rd, Johnson 4th, and Curry and Dawson. Groves getting by Habadell in the 93X. Way out in front, it's B.A. Brad Malquit. Through 1 and 2. Still leads by a straightaway over the 5 of Lou Braddish, who finished 3rd last Saturday night. Ricky Dawson is up into 5th now in the 67 car. Dawson's car seems to get better the longer the race goes on as he challenges Mike Johnson for 4th off the 4th turn and down the front straightaway. Malquit Crawford with the big lead. Bradish second, Peltz is third. Scott running strong in his first start here at Pittsburgh this year, and Rick Dawson up to fourth now, trying to take third away from Scott Peltz as they race off at turn number 4. 2 laps to go. Dawson on the march, up into third. Peltz is fourth, Johnson fifth. Curry sixth, Groves is seventh. Habadell is faded to 8th. Gross is 9th. Zarin 10th. Then Mel Minnick. And we got 1 lap to go. B.A. Malquit, who started up front, has led from the get-go. Lou Bradish second, and Rick Dawson closing in there. Dawson is really flying. He's going to run on a lap, so this is it. The Phil Lucon Rev Fab 04, your defending track champ out of Strasburg, Ohio. B.A. Malquit wins heat race number 2. Lou Bradish in the 5 will finish second, with Rick Dawson closing in third. The battle for fourth looks like the 2J of Mike Johnson. 15, Scott Peltz will finish 5th. Report from the pit area, the 09 of John Flinner overheating. So hopefully they'll get from Warren, Ohio. Tom Copeland making his first visit to Pittsburgh in car number 21, George Lee from Loudonville, Ohio. Loudonville, Ohio, George Lee in the 21. The West Virginia Rim Rider, Stevie Baker in the Phil Lucon Rev Fab 84 out of Fairmont, West Virginia. For Midway in the 6, Jim Lepro. Winner here a couple of weeks back from Sugar Grove in the Mack Trailer Manufacturing. Star 1, Chubb Frank from Sugar Grove. And the 6A of Gary Paris out of Waterford. Another newcomer to Dirt's Monster Half Mile. Green is out. Third and final heat race for the late models as they roll down the front stretch into turn number 1. Look at Baker full ride. Whoa! Baker went for it, and he's getting it on the outside. The West Virginia Rim Rider is flying. Here goes Johnson, though, down low, and Baker on the outside, and Nepper into 3. Lots of biting that racetrack, and these boys are putting the pedal to the metal tonight. Crawford leads. Thomas second. Johnson is third. Baker fourth. Nepper runs 5th. Chubb Frank also started way in the back. He's now challenging for the top 5. Here they come off of turn 2. Slicing and dicing down the back straightaway. Doug Crawford, your leader. Ricky Thomas, Davey Johnson, Steve Baker, and Chubb Frank as they race off at turn number 4. Clamped up on the inside is Johnson. Up high comes Baker. Into turn number 1. Way up there. Johnson goes to the top side. Stands on it. Car bicycles on him, though. He has to get out of the gas. Down the back straightaway. Davey to second in the John's Towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48. Here comes the Phil Lucon Rev Fab 84. Baker right behind him. Crawford still leads. Side by side for third now as Johnson tries to take the lead in turn 2. And here comes Chubb Frank way down low in the Mack Trailer Manufacturing Star 1. Frank up to 4th as Johnson takes the lead. Crawford is still second. Baker third. Chubb Frank 4th. Ricky Thomas is 5th. Chubb Frank now moving up into 4th with 4 down. Chubb Frank and Steve Baker get a run off that second turn as they put the pressure on the 9C of Doug Crawford for second. Johnson continues to lead. Halfway, 5 to go. Into 1. Chubb way down low again, trying to get race room inside of Doug Crawford. Meantime, Baker running the cushion in the 84, still sits in 4th. Thomas is 5th. Johnson opening up a little bit of a lead here in car 48. Off of 4. 4 more laps to go. Chubb Frank goes to the outside into turn 1 in the MHC Trailer Manufacturing Star 1, but the car not working up there. Now he's got to run off at 2, and he'll get by Doug Crawford. Baker trying to follow him on the outside into turn number 3. Davey Johnson leads with 3 laps to go. Chubb Frank second. Doug Crawford third. Baker fourth. Thomas is 5th. Then Nepper, Lepro, Lee, Westfall, Copeland, and Paris. Baker on the outside, moving to 3rd in the Phil Lucon Rev Fab 84. 2 laps to go. Johnson trying to lap the 6A of George Paris. Swings underneath him in turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. It's Davy Johnson leading. Coming for the white flag. 1 to go. Chubb Frank second. Baker third. Crawford fourth and Thomas fifth. The Johns towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48. They're making a rocket chassis sweep for the 3 heat races. Out of Greensburg off the 4th turn, Davy Johnson picks up the win. Chubb Frank second. Steve Baker third. Doug Crawford fourth and Ricky Thomas fifth. In 50-50 raffle tickets. Tonight's late model feature will be an Invert 9 start. Invert 9, with last week's winner B.A. Malquit starting 12th. Green is out. Mike Cecere takes the early lead in the Keystone Beer Sub Express 35. Travis Geisler running second. A race for third down the backstretch. The 4 of Alex Free trying to overhaul the 48 of Mark Moten up on the outside. The 38 of Jim Steffens close to the wall. Still Mike Cecere in front. Geisler second. Ferree Motors to third. Motes is fourth. And Dave Wade and Jim Steffens. Mike Cecere leads. Travis Geisler second. Ferree third. Dave Wade has moved from 6th to 4th in car 76. Motes in the 48 trying to get underneath Wade in turn 4 to take that 4th spot back. At the halfway mark, 3 laps to go. Zaresco Limited Late Models. Geisler and Ferree trying to close in on your race leader, Mike Cecere. With 1 more lap to go in the fast dash, we've got a spin. The 6th place car of Jim Steffens in car 38. Spinning up in turn number 4. Caution is out for the 38 of Jim Steffens. Caution out for the 38 of Jim Steffens. Classic 40. And they're back up to speed. Mike Cecere has been your leader from the start. Alex Ferree now trying to get underneath Travis Geisler for second as they head into turn number 1. Cecere still leading. Ferree moves to second. Geisler's back in third. Wade is fourth and Motes runs fifth. Dave Wade now trying to get underneath Travis Geisler into turn 3. A little contact there as Wade slides up. Here they come off the 4th turn. And Wade will get the 3rd spot. Geisler will finish 4th. Your winner is Mike Cecere with Alex Ferree second. Wade getting 3rd, Geisler 4th. Mark. Heat race number 1. On the gas in turn 4. Zaresco Limited Late Model Heat race number 1. Down the front stretch into turn number 1. It's Kirk Young, your leader. Whoa, Todd Wright makes a dangerous sweep up across the racetrack in the 5. He is still 4th. Chris Angelicchio started last, looking racy early on in this heat race as Young leads. Jasinski is 2nd. Mike Morgan is 3rd. Todd Wright up into 3rd now, and here comes Chris Angelicchio in the Brooks Automotive 54. Kirk Young leads it. Jasinski is 2nd. Angeliquio moves to fourth as Mike Morgan sideways in the 83. The Morgan Equipment Service 83. Letting it all hang out off the fourth turn. Angeliquio marches to third, and Gary Sisson just lost the motor in the 88 car. Gary Sisson, it looks like blue smoke billowing behind the Gary's Auto Sales 88. Now it's Angeliquio getting loose up in turn 4, and Todd Wright in the 5 will overtake him for third. Tom Bateman Sr. gets having problems here in the B1 in turn 4. He's back up to speed. Kirk Young, the Gearhead Graphics 5-year leader. Charlie Jasinski second, Todd Wright third, Chris Angeliquio fourth, Morgan is fifth, Gaither sixth, George Bland runs seventh. Halfway, 5 laps to go. Angeliquio trying to get back by Todd Wright as they rumble into turn 1. Looks like Wright may have a flat right rear tire. Todd Wright in the 5, the right rear tire may be flat. Big lead here for Kirk Young. Jasinski second, Angeliquio third, and pushing high in turn 4. 3 laps to go. That's not flat, but the quarter panel is bent up on the 5 of Todd Wright. Angeliquio closing in on Charlie Jasinski for second. 2 laps to the finish here, 2 to go. Off the second turn, Charlie Jasinski trying to hold on to second. Chris Angeliquio on the outside in the 54. Moving by and taking the second spot, but he gets high in 4 again, and Jasinski's down low. 1 lap to go here. Kirk Young leads, Chris Angeliquio second, Charlie Jasinski third. Todd Wright is still fourth and Mike Morgan fifth. Checkered flag for Kirk Young. Chris Angeliquio second. Charlie Jasinski third, Todd Wright fourth, and fifth, the 83 of Mike Morgan. Here with the Gladenier Memorial next week, all with our regular 4 divisions, as we get underway in this final heat race for the Zaresco Limited Lakes. Wayne Popham has the lead in car 7. Pittsburgh, Pete Laurie, the 11A is second, the 3J of Joe Johnson third. 00 John Pavlik fourth. The Remax Real Estate 7 a little loose in turn 2 as Luria closes in the Quaker Steak and Lube 11A. Phil's towing 3J of Joe Johnson still third. 00 John Pavlik fourth. John Hodgkiss in the 69 car running fifth. Pittsburgh Pete trying to take the lead away from Dwayne Popham. 3 laps are down. 3 laps down. Popham still out in front, but Loria right there with his every move. Joe Johnson third, John Pavlik fourth, John Hodgkiss in the 69 almost spinning it. Chuck Mowry in the 64 trying to get by him for fifth. Loria challenges Popham on the inside again for the lead. Halfway. 5 laps to go, 5 to go. Dwayne Popham still leads, but not by much. Pete Laurie applying plenty of pressure here. Popham pretty much staying right in the middle groove. Joe Johnson third, John Pavlik fourth, Willie White pits in car 55. Willie White into the pits of the 55 car. Turn 2, Laurie trying to dive down off the bottom and get a little head of steam. Closing in just a bit more on Dwayne Popham for the lead. 2 more laps to go. The Remax Real Estate Mystic Beverages 7 and the Quaker Steak and Lube Imperial Tire Automotive 11A. Phil's towing 3J of Joe Johnson still third. 00 John Pavlik fourth and 69 John Hotchkiss fifth. Final lap coming up. Final lap coming up. Here's the white flag is waving. Off the fourth turn, your second heat race for the Zaresco Limited Late Models goes to the 7 of Dwayne Popham with Pete Laurie as second. Joe Johnson third, John Pavlik fourth, and the 69 of John Hotchkiss completes your top 5. Left hand out. Here come the spectator stocks, and we're underway. Once again, he's making a quick move for the cone. Rick Heim leads in the 29, the Lowry's Run Automotive 29. Charlie DiLoretto in the 11 car second. Doug Foster's 3 right now third. Down low is Ralph Hysong in the 2, and Frank Snyder in the 5 also getting by the 3 of Doug Foster. Hysong, the West Point Truck Center, Ketterer's Auto Service 2, into the runner-up slot. The Lowry's Run Automotive 29 of Rick Heim shows the way. Charlie DiLoretto, an IES Supply 11 in third. Dave Beck in the Quaker Steak and Lube. Thermo Twin Windows, Simmons Window Cleaning 63X trying to outgun Frankie Schneider. Schneider Trucking 5 for fourth. Challenge for the lead. Ralph Hysong, the master of the inside, getting closer and closer to Rick Heim at the halfway point. Side by side for the lead. Rick Heim and Ralph Hysong Jr. with Frankie Schneider third, Charlie DiLoretto and Dave Becker will for fourth and fifth. Now it's Allen about to make that a 3-car battle off of turn number 2 as your 2 leaders still neck and neck into turn number 3. Wheel to wheel and door handle to door handle and all that jazz as they race off the 4th turn. Down low, Mr. Inside, Ralph Highsong Jr. puts the West Point Truck Center into the lead. The number 2 car. And here comes Ricky Hyman, the Lowry's run 29. Staying right there with him. The Schneider Trucking Black Electric 5 of Frankie Schneider is 3rd, and Alex Allen the 00. Loses a couple of spots. 1 more lap to go. Dave Beck in the 63 and Charlie DiLoretto continue to duel for 4th. Off the 4th turn and at Ford. Ralph Highsong Jr. gets up a little higher than normal, but he still takes the win. Rick Heim 2nd, Frankie Schneider 3rd, Charlie DiLoretto 4th, and Dave Beck is 5th in car 63X. Green is out. Jeff Pezybyz. P-E-Z-Y-B-Y-S-Z. 8 letters, 1 vowel. Never seen a name like it. That's who's in the 33 car. We got a car sideways on the back chute. That's the 3D of Dave Kermanek. Lendo Brashelski leads in the 25. The 3D is stopped on the back chute. Caution is out. Caution out for the 3D of Dave Kermanek. 3D and Jeff Pezybyz in the 33. Lendo Brashelski brings the field back up to speed. Lendo Brashelski leads. Rich Appolito the 77X second, 45 Pat Weldon third, and the 55 of Stacy Weiss and the 10 of Fred Schneider. Brashelski continues to lead here out of Kennedy Township, and the Home Renovations Carnes Bakery 25 half a straightaway on the 77X. The Patch Electric Bonjour and Machine ride of Rich Appolito. Appolito getting a little sideways in the middle of 3 and 4, and Pat Weldon the 45 putting the pressure on there. Stacy White is still 4th. Fred Schneider in the 10 is 5th. Checkered flag out for Lendo Brashelski. Jeff Hafke from Austintown, Ohio in the 29, and Bobby Bongiorni out of Burgettstown in car 67. And we're underway. First of two heats for the M-Star Modifieds. And then the late model Consolation B Main will be coming up next. Yingling Lager Sabre Equipment 20 of Logan Donoshek leads with the Fisher Financial. Penfield Contracting 0 of Larry Kugel second. Bruce Driestad in the 77 is third. And Tom Durantz in the 55 fourth. Mark Oberzinski in the 71 is fifth. Tom Durantz in fourth. That's Danny Burns in the 69. Running fourth, challenging the 77 of Bruce Driestad. For third, Logan Donoshek got in front in the Yingling Lager Sabre Equipment number 20. Larry Kugel second, Driestad third, Danny Burns fourth, Woody Petsko in the 00 and the 71 of Mark Oberzinski. Along with the 29 of Jeff Hafke having a close race for fifth. Oberzinski still fifth, and Petsko, Hafke, and Bobby Bongiorni not far behind in the 67. Two more laps, 2 laps to go. Logan Donoshek third in the points race. Larry Kugel second. Points leader Wayne Tessine will be starting fourth in our second heat race. One more lap. M-Star Modifieds. Logan Donoshek is your winner. 0 Larry Kugel coming up next. And then the Fall Classic 40, the Jook George Memorial for the Zaresco Limited Late Models. Green is out as Darren DJ Miller in the 16 leads the field into turn number 1. The 40 of John Mirgo second. The 1 of Jeff Donashevsky and the 10 of Wayne Tessine side by side for third into 3. Tessine up high in the 10 car, overtaking John Mirgo in the 40 for second. And Donashevsky in the Tomai's Towing 1 swings by the outside of Mirgo for third, and the Holiday Lounge 17 of Russ Matika will move to fourth. The McGlatsney Auto Concept 16 of Darren DJ Miller leads the way, but look at the Tubbs Automotive 10 of Wayne Tessine right behind him into turn number 1. Tessine now goes to the outside. Miller continues to lead, but Wayne gets a run off the second turn, trying to pull alongside on the back straightaway and go for the lead into turn 3, and there he goes. Miller second, Broniszewski third, Latico's fourth, and John Mirgo in the 40 car, close fifth. Is seen by a straightaway as we're past the halfway point. 3 more laps to go. 3 more laps to go. Darren DJ Miller second, Jeff Broniszewski third, Russ Matika fourth, and John Mirgo is fifth. Broniszewski now looks to the outside of Darren DJ Miller for second. On the outside again, Broniszewski off the 4 turn, trying to get a run. He leaves the inside lane open, and Russ Matika in the 17 will move into third for the time being. He'll hold the third spot as they race off at 2. 1 more lap to go. 1 more lap to go. Whoa, Tassine almost lost it off a 4th turn there. Your leader by half a straightaway. Russ Matika now in the Holiday Lounge 17 puts his nose into second. Russ Matika out of Monaco picked up the pace here. Darren Miller trying to get back underneath him in turns 1 and 2, but it's Matika second, Miller third, Broniszewski fourth, and Mirgo fifth down the backstretch. Stashadowski a close 6th. Here they come to the checkered. Wayne Tassine adds to the points lead by picking up the win. Second spot to Russ Matika. Darren Miller third, Jeff Broniszewski fourth, and John Mirgo in car 40. Complete your top 5. Off the 4th turn, the green is out. Top 9 cars will move on to the night's 25-lap feature as Bob Mosky leads down the back straightaway. So it's the top 10 as John Flinner has scratched in car 09. Mosky leads. George Lee is second. Ben Miley on the outside trying to get by Lee for second into turn number 1. The Calusi Chevy 99 up into second. Mosky leads. Don Gross is 4th. Brian Durig moves to 5th. Kurt Habadell is back to 6th. Jimmy Zarin runs 7th. Bob DeGiulio is 8th. Mel Minnick Jr. and Jeff Westball battling for 9th and 10th. Mosky leading with Miley right behind him. Off of 4, it's still Mosky. Miley trying to pull alongside with 3 laps down. The Bob's Auto Sales 33 in front of the Calusi Chevrolet 99 with George Lee having a strong run here. The first time he's been at Pittsburgh in the 21 car out of Loudonville, Ohio. Former Todd Andrews, Cowan Trucking 42. Don Gross in the 75 is 4th. The 80 of Brian Durig 5th. And they're wheel-to-wheel for the lead in turn 2. But it's still Mosky in front with Miley second. On the back straightaway, Jimmy Zarin in the 1Z drives away. We've got a car sitting behind the scoreboard. Mosky brings the field back up to speed here for your B-Main consolation. And Miley gets high off of 4, and George Lee in the 21 will move to second. Bob Mosky, man, he's got some kind of funky headers on that thing. He makes a noise that no one else makes out there in the 33. Down the back straightaway, Mel Minnick Jr. in the 75 trying to come on. They're 3 wide here off the 4th turn. Whoa, Minnick in the 75 75 was the meat of a sandwich between the Don Gross 75 and the Kurt Habedahl 93X. Mosky leads. Miley's back to second. George Lee is third. Brian Durick fourth. Kurt Habedahl fifth. Don Gross sixth. Mel Minnick seventh. Jeff Westfall eighth. Tom Copeland is ninth. And then Gary Paris running 10th. Dan Miley challenging Bob Mosky for the lead at the halfway mark. 6 down, 6 to go. As they battle over turn 2, it's Mosky by a car length. He'll increase it by half a car length into turn 3. Dan Miley able to get into the turns a little better, but Mosky seems to have the upper hand coming off. In 1 and 2, it's still Mosky with Miley putting the heat on. George Lee runs third, Brian Durick fourth, Kurt Habedahl fifth. Don Gross 6th, Mel Minnick 7th, Jeff Westfall 8th, Tom Copeland 9th, and Gary Paris is 10th. Miley trying to take the lead now again. Mosky continues to withstand his challenges. Less than 4 laps to go here, less than 4 laps to go. The Bob's Auto Cells 33 and the Calusi Chevrolet 99. Mel Minnick in the red 75 trying to get by the silver 75 of Don Gross for 6th. Battle of 75s off at turn 2 and down the back straightaway. 2 more laps to go, folks. 2 laps to go. Minnick makes the pass for 6th. Flag completing lap number 11. Final lap, Bob Mosky out of St. Clairsville, Ohio, has been your leader from the start. Dan Miley running a strong second after spending many laps challenging Mosky for the lead. George Lee is third, Brian Durick fourth, Kurt Habedahl fifth, and Mel Minnick sixth. They come to the checkered flag. It's going to be Mosky your winner. Dan Miley second, George Lee third, Brian Durick fourth, Kurt Habedahl fifth, Mel Minnick sixth, Don Gross seventh, Jeff Westfall eighth, Tom Copeland ninth, and Gary Paris 10th. So all of those cars who finished will move into tonight's feature event. Carnegie, how about a nice hand for Tom Bateman Sr.? Starting outside the next row, rookie driver from Bethel Park in the Jim Kudis Motorsports Baltimore House Broncos Machine 01 from Bethel Park, Jimmy Bryce.
Jimmy knows, you'll know whose brother is next.
Inside of the 01 in the Cotter's Collision Ruth and Herb Hotel, Lowry's Run Automotive number 50 from Aliquippa. He's got 1 limited late model win to his career, George Bland. Outside the next row in car 64M from Natrona Heights, Chuck Mowry. Chuck's been running better and better, had a top 5 run not long ago in the 64M. Inside the next row, from North Lima, Ohio, in the yellow number 4, Wayne Gaither. Another one of our teenage drivers starting next in the 69, the Nigel Auto Solutions, Harley's Bar and Grill, Air Ground Express Bullet from Kennedy Township, John Hodgkiss. Inside of John in the Morgan Equipment Service, Chem Oil, FM Brass and Hose Distributing 83 from Bridgeville, Mike Morgan. Outside of the next row in the 00, another rookie driver who's been close to a win a couple of times this year from Youngstown, Ohio, the 00, John Pavlik. Another one of our rookies, clearly the best drinking water number 5 from Chester, West Virginia, Todd Wright. outside of row number 6. In the Phil's Towing, Kendrew's Lounge, Napa Auto Parts, and Auto Paint Specialties, 3J, Joe Johnson from Monaca. Joe in his second year here at Pittsburgh, the 3J of Joe Johnson. The race 1, Boardman Engine, Don Speechoff, Woodruff Carburetors 11A from Struthers, Ohio, Charlie Jasinski. Charlie's got 3 career wins here at Pittsburgh. Charlie Jasinski. In the Imperial Tire Automotive, Quaker Steak and Lube number 11A from Castle Shannon, Pittsburgh, Pete Loria. Pittsburgh Pete with 2 wins this year, moving up from the spectator stocks. And the up-modifieds now into the limited late models. In the Brooks Automotive, Jones, Stone and Marble, New Stanton Auto Body 54 from Greensburg got his first feature win earlier this year. Chris Angelicchio. Starting in the 8th spot, in the Remax Real Estate, Medical Center Brace, Mystic Beverages, number 7 from Carnegie, Dwayne Popham. Dwayne, another driver with 3 career wins. He's ready to go. He runs out to that car. Starting 7th in the Gearhead Graphics 5Y, got his first career win earlier this year out of Pittsburgh, Kirk Young. Winner of the Inside Track Heat Race tonight, Kirk Young. And now your 6 fastest qualifiers. These cars were in tonight's Fast Dash. In the Colbert's Collision and Service 38, moving up from the spectator stocks to the Zaresco Limited Lates from Brentwood, Jim Steffens. Starting in the 5th spot, from Hookstown in car number 48, he was last year's leading winner in the Limited Lates, Mark Moats. Starting 4th, in the Danforth Construction, Tri-State Hose and Supply, D&B Trucking 97, rookie driver who got his first feature win earlier this year from Cranberry Township, Travis Geisler. Starting 3rd, in the Specialty Turbine Service, Tiger Machine and Manufacturing 76, your defending champion of the Jook George Memorial Fall Classic 40, Pittsburgh's Dave Wade. On the front row, in the Franklin Racing Supply, Watersoft Incorporated 4, 5-time winner this year, your points leader from Saxonburg, Alex Faree. And on the pole, in the Keystone Beer, Sub Express 35, first year in the Zaresco Limited Lates, 2 wins on the campaign for Baldwin's Mike Cecere. For you have to admit, we got some veterans, we got some young guys, and it's been a real fun season for the Zaresco Limited Late. So get on your feet and send them off with a Pittsburgh salute. They're going to rumble and roar for 40 laps tonight. And the Zaresco Limited Late Models Jook George Memorial Fall Classic 40 just about set to go. In turn 4, the green is out. Cecere takes the lead. Dave Wade in the 76 closing in quickly as they race into turn number 3. Alex Free in the 4 car is 3rd. The 97 of Travis Geisler 4th. 48 Mark Moats running 5th. Cecere leads lap 1. Dave Wade in the 76. Pressuring him on the inside in turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Wade and Cecere now side by side for the lead, and Wade dives in hard on the inside of turn 3 to take the top spot in the Tiger Machine and Manufacturing Specialty Turbine 76. The Keystone Deer Sub Express 35 of Mike Cecere running 2nd. The Franklin Racing Supply Watersoft 4 of Alex Faree is 3rd. Then the Tri-State Hose and Supply D&B Trucking 97 of Travis Geisler 4th. Mark Moats in the 48 is still 5th. 38 Jim Steffens 6th. 5 of Kirk Young 7th. The 54 of Chris Angelicchio 8th. 7, Dwayne Poffin 9th. The 11 of Pete Laurie is 10th. And we got a spin on the inside of turn 4. Caution is out. Here goes Wade. The green is back out. 3 into 4 trying to get by the 35 with Cecere for second. George Bland coming back out in car 50. Cecere is back to second. Faree is third. Mark Moats at 48 is up to fourth now. Geisler in the 97 fifth. Chris Angelico is up to sixth in car 54. As Geisler swings back around the 48 of Mark Moats. And looks like George Bland has spun again. Car 50, who just came out of the pits, George Bland, has spun around again, this time on the entrance to turn 3. We got one. That's it. Here he goes. Dave Wade restarts the race. The green is out. George Bland coming back out, going to try it again in car 50. Chris Angelico in the 54 car moving up into 5th. He's up high in turn 4. He's still got the 5th spot. Moats is back to 6th in the 48 with 5 laps down. Dave Wade leading, Mike Cecere second. Alex Faree third and Travis Geisler fourth. Angelico 5th. Race for 6 between the 48 of Moats and the 38 of Jim Steffens. Steffens in the 38 has the advantage on Moats for 6 as they enter turn 3 as Angelico puts the pressure on Geisler for 5th. Dave Wade trying to win back-to-back Jook George Memorial Fall Classic 40s for the Zaresco Limited Late Models. Moats back underneath Jim Steffens for 6th into turn 3. 9 laps are down. Still a long way to go. Early stages. Pittsburgh, Pete Laurie starting to move forward in the Quaker Steak and Lube 11. He and Dwayne Poffin in the Remax Real Estate 7 are side by side in 3. Just like they were in the heat race, the battle continues there. 10 laps are down. Still 30 to go. Mark Moats in the 48 car, 6th and not far behind the 5th place car of Chris Angelico in the 54. Angelico's car looks like it's starting to push coming off the turns. George Bland is back in the pits in car 50. His problems continue. Closing in on the back of the field. Dave Wade took the lead early on as Tom Bateman Sr. slows down in the B1 and heads for the pits. Wade taking the lead on lap number 2. Gary Sisson dropping out in car 88. Boy, we got a crash on the front straightaway. The 11 of Charlie Jasinski, the 5 of Todd Wright appeared to slow down. A couple of cars off the Todd Wright in the pits in car 5. 13 laps are down. Dave Wade brings the field back up to speed. Alex Free trying to overtake Mike Cecere for second. Unable to do it as they race into one. Frito back underneath Cecere in turn 2. Off the second turn, they're side by side now for second. Wade leads. Free and Cecere wheel to wheel for the second spot. Free down low. Cecere gets up high in the loose stuff, and Free moves into the second slot. Geisler is fourth, and Angelicchio a close fifth in the 54 car. Mark Moats running sixth. Wayne Popham seventh. Jim Steffens eighth. Kirk Young is ninth, and Pete Laurie is 10th. Popham now on the outside trying to swing by the 48 of Mark Moats for sixth. 15 laps complete. 15 laps complete. Free challenging Dave Wade for the lead as we close in on the halfway point. These two have been the leading winners this year. Wade has 4 wins and Free has 5. Wade's car looks like it's starting to push a little bit, getting up higher and higher in that fourth turn, and Free down on the inside pulls alongside into turn 1. It's still Dave Wade out in front. Alex Free second, Mike Cecere third, Chris Angelicchio in the 54 up high, trying to get by the 97 of Travis Geisler for fourth. Into turn 3. Geisler still fourth, Angelicchio fifth, and Mark Moats a close sixth in car 48. They've got quite a battle going on. Dave Wade able to withstand the challenges of Alex Free as we come to the halfway point. 20 laps to go, 20 to go. Who was sixth, almost lost the car off the second turn. He gathers it back up, still in that sixth spot. Alex Free again trying to close in here on Dave Wade. 17 laps to go, and your leaders are closing in again on the back of the field. The last time they got close to lapping cars, the caution came out. Dave Wade has not had to deal with any lap traffic so far. That could change here in a hurry. $16 laps to go, 16 to go. In turn 3, Dave Wade, especially turbine, Tiger Machine and Manufacturing 76. The car definitely getting tighter and tighter. Closing in now on the back of the field. 15 laps to the finish, and Alex Free is right behind him in the Franklin Racing Supply Watersoft Incorporated number 4. Wade gets by the 69 of John Hodgkiss. B1 of Tom Bateman Sr. Cecere still third. Geisler fourth. Angeliquio fifth. Moat sixth. Steffens seventh. Popham eighth. Young ninth. And Loria runs 10th. George Bland pitting again in car 50. Wright returns to the Speedway in car 5. More traffic ahead for Dave Wade. Not lapped yet, but he's closing in on more cars as we get into the final quarter of the race. 28 laps are down, just 12 to go. Wade with Alex Ferree in tow. 4 cars in front of your leader as he enters turn 1, swinging by the 64 of Chuck Mowry. And now getting by the 4 of Wayne Gaither. Ferree staying right with Dave Wade. Wade now trying to lap the 3J of Joe Johnson. And the 01 of Jim Bryce doing an excellent job, and along the cars, slower cars doing a good job staying out of the way. Now Johnson in 3J comes up in front of Alex Ferree. That will hurt Ferree. He makes a bold move down the back straightaway, splitting 2 cars into turn 3. But that gave Dave Wade a pretty nice lead with 9 laps to go. 9 laps to go. Mike Cecere still third. Travis Geisler fourth. Chris Angeliquio fifth. Not far behind Angeliquio is the 6th place car of Mark Moats. 38 Jim Steffens seventh. 7 Dwayne Popham 8th. 5 White Kirk Young is 9th, and the 11 of Pete Loria runs 10th. Cecere now dealing with lap traffic off of turn 2 as Geisler tries to close in, and here comes Angeliquio and Moats as well. Things are tightening up for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th in turn number 3. Travis Geisler right behind Mike Cecere. 7 laps to go in the 2nd place car of Alex Ferree. A close call with the 11 of Charlie Jasinski in turn 2. He is back now a straightaway behind race leader Dave Wade. Down the back straightaway, Geisler pulls alongside of Cecere, trying to take the 3rd spot. He's got it. Chris Angeliquio also trying to get by now on the inside. In the middle of lap traffic, Angeliquio gets loose coming off the turn. He's still 5th. Moats is 6th. Geisler is now 3rd. Cecere runs 4th. Angeliquio 5th. Moats is 6th. Steffens trying to get by Moats for that 6th spot as Dave Wade completes lap 35. 5 to go. Angeliquio now boxed in by the 3J of Joe Johnson, the 4 of Wayne Gaither. And right behind him comes the 48 of Moats and the 38 of Jim Steffens. Angeliquio able to get by. Here comes Moats as well. Dave Wade leading comfortably in the Tiger Machine and Manufacturing Specialty Turbine 76. The Franklin Racing Supply Watersoft Incorporated 4 of Alex Ferree 2nd. The D&B Trucking Danforth Construction. Tri-State Hose and Supply 97 of Travis Geisler 3rd. The Keystone Beer Sub Express 35 of Mike Cecere 4th. And the Brooks Automotive 54 of Chris Angeliquio 5th, but just barely as the 48 of Mark Moats is right behind him. Dave Wade coming around to complete lap 38. Just 2 more laps to go. 2 more laps to go in the Jook George Memorial Fall Classic 40. White flag is out for Dave Wade. Half a straightaway lead over Alex Ferree. Looking for his 2nd straight win. Back-to-back wins, trying to make it in the Jook George Memorial Fall Classic 40. taking over the lead on lap number 2 for Mike Cecere. Withstanding some mid-race challenges from Alex Ferree. And he'll bring the 76 off of turn 4 for the big win. Dave Wade, your winner. Alex Ferree second. Travis Geisler will finish third. Mike Cecere fourth. Chris Angelicchio fifth. Mark Mote sixth. Jim Steffen seventh. Wayne Popham eighth. Kirk Young ninth. And Pete Laurie at 10th in car 11.
Tiger Machine Manufacturing.
Who'd you get to take this victory lap with you?
Tell them who you are.
Amanda.
This is my daughter Amanda, and I've been looking forward to that for a while. We couldn't get a chance last year, and it means an awful lot to me, and I'm sure it means a lot to her.
Dave, congratulations. You backed up last year's win, another repeat winner for this race, the Jook George Fall Classic Memorial, and I know this race means an awful lot to you.
Yeah, I said before, Jook done a lot for me, his family. It's twice as much this year as it did last year. I know young Jook, he called me a couple weeks ago. He said, hey, you didn't get your aluminum from last year. And I said, hang on to it, Jook. I'm going to come out and get 2 more. So it worked out.
Dave, let's talk about the race real quick. You kind of jumped up front right off the bat from the 3rd starting spot. One side front, the longer the car ran with few cautions, you just seemed to do what you could, anything you could with it.
Well, the car was pretty good. I was going to change something, and I talked to Steve Baker, and we kind of thought maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. And we left the car alone, and it wasn't perfect, but it was good enough, and I'll take it.
Hey, Dave, lap traffic, Alex Ferree was chasing, and that's what you wanted. The top 2 point leaders going into tonight's race. Alex Ferree was chasing you. Did you know he was back there?
I seen him underneath me one time, and I thought the high side was getting faster. And then when Alex got underneath me, I said, well, maybe the bottom's a little lower. So I think I might have took his groove away a little bit and sort of used the whole track. So that's what you got to do sometimes.
And he got hung up in a little bit of lap traffic.
Well, traffic's tough, and it's always tough here. But most of the guys were pretty fair and moved over when he got up to him. So.
But Dave, I know you want to celebrate. Congratulations. Great, great win and a big night for you.
Okay, Ted, thanks for the first interview this year, too.
You're welcome. Take care.
And some very, 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 very good competition here tonight. It is that time of the year. And smell it in the air. Getting set for the Pittsburgher in September. 25 laps tonight. Baker, Dawson, set the pace. 30 cars. Here they come into 3 and 4 on the gas. The green is out, and we are underway. Into turn number 1. Baker goes up high. Dawson splits the middle. Bradish is down low. Dawson has the lead down the back straightaway, and the Walcoat tape 67. Baker second. Then Bradish. Here comes Johnson on the outside in the 48. John Frank running 5th. Mark Manal trying to take the 5th spot. Geisler right behind him. Into turn 1. Ricky Dawson out of Austintown, Ohio. 4-time winner here just a couple of years back is your leader. With Baker second. Bradish and Johnson on the outside again. Manal and Chuck Frank side by side. Manal up to 5th now. Frank is 6th. Geisler 7th. Tim Hitt is up to 8th. Mike Johnson 9th. Doug Crawford running 10th. Dawson continues to lead the way. Davey Johnson slides to the inside, down the back straightaway, into turn 3. Still, Dawson, Baker, Bradish, and Johnson. Almost 3 wide for second off the full turn into turn number 1. Bradish has the pass for second now. Baker caution is out. We're going to crash into turn 3. A crash in turn 3. These are T-shirts. Green is out. Mark Banal gets a flying start in the T8 down on the inside of the racetrack. He goes into turn 1 way down low. Bradish outside of him. Banal to third. Bradish fourth. Here comes Johnson in the 48. Rick Dawson leads the way. Side by side for second. Banal overtakes Baker, and Johnson's right there as well. On the outside, Baker's back to second off the turn 2 down the back straightaway. But Rick Dawson is just hooked up. He looks like he's cruising out there, straight as a die, coming off the turns with 4 laps down. Look at this battle for second. Oh, baby. Baker and Banal are hooked together, and they separate in turn 1. Johnson ends up in second in the 48. Man, that had to be a wild, wild ride. Here comes Chubb Frank on the inside. Banal third, Bradish fourth, then Frank and Baker. Tim Hitt right behind him. Then Dennis Curry and Lynn Geisler. 3 wide for third into turn 1. Chubb Frank and Lou Bradish. Now side by side for third in turn 2. Banal and Baker side by side behind them into 3. Out in front, it's Rick Dawson. Johnson second. Banal sideways in fourth. Geisler comes swinging by on the inside to pick up 2 spots. 6 laps are down. Dawson leads. Davey Johnson second. Chubb Frank trying to overtake Lou Bradish for third. Comes up in front of him, and Bradish slingshots him down the back straightaway. Baker is 5th. Hitt is 6th. Geisler is 7th. Curry runs 8th. Banal 9th. Mike Johnson is 10th. Tim Hitt now in the car 68. Trying to pass Steve Baker. Can't do it in 1 and 2. Dawson still leading. Johnson runs second. 8 laps are down. 8 down. Half a straightaway advantage for Ricky Dawson. Bradish third, Frank fourth, Baker fifth, Hitt sixth, Geisler seventh, Curry eighth, Banal ninth. Mike Johnson is 10th. What racing is going on for positions 3 on back as Davey Johnson tries to run down Rick Dawson. Geisler and now Hitt back to 7th as they enter turn 1. Those 3 cars have been running the whole way around this racetrack together. Baker 5th, Geisler 6th, Hitt is 7th, Dennis Curry 8th, Banal 9th, Mike Johnson still 10th. Malkwood, who started 12th, last week's winner, runs 11th. Lap traffic ahead for race leader Rick Dawson as he closes in on the back of the field, and Davey Johnson is closing in on Dawson. Johnson is making ground on your race leader. Traffic ahead for the Walco Tape 67. The Johns Towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48 trying to track him down. 11 laps down, 14 to go. Dawson getting by the W2 of Jeff Westfall. Bradish still third, Frank fourth, Baker fifth, Geisler sixth, Hitt seventh, Curry eighth, Banal ninth, and Malkwood is now 10th. And traffic time for leader Rick Dawson as we close in on the halfway point. 12 laps are down, 12 down. Into turn 3, Dawson with 1 car between himself and the second place car of Davey Johnson. 2 cars in front of your leader as he comes off the 4th turn, and Johnson continues to close ground here slowly at the halfway point. Into run now, just a couple of car lanes separating first and second. Dawson looking for a line. George Lee in front of him. Car slowing on the backstretch before Ben Ferree limping into the pit area. Green stays out, and we've got a race for the lead off of turn 4. Dawson and Johnson into turn one. Johnson goes in up high. Dawson is down low. 2 lap cars in front of him as they exit turn number 2 down the backstretch. It's still Dawson. Johnson on his bumper. Bradish third, Frank is fourth. Geisler is now fifth. Johnson to the outside of Dawson trying to take the lead. 2 lap cars in front of him. Johnson makes the pass. 10 laps to go. Johnson's got the lead into turn one. He goes to the top side. Dawson is right there, looking underneath him in turn 2. Johnson still leads. The 80 of Brian Durick in his path as he enters 3. Johnson down on the inside. Dawson trying to follow him. Bradish and Chubb Frank trying to close in on those 2. Davey J now gets clear racetrack, racing off of 4 to open up the lead. In the Johns Towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48. Rick Dawson to Walco Tape 67, staying right there in second. Not letting Johnson get out of sight. Chubb Frank overtaking Lou Bradish for third. Frank way up high. Bradish down low into 3. Frank close to the wall. He'll drop back to 4th. And Geisler is closing in there, running 5th. 8 laps to go. 8 laps to go. Davey Johnson, your leader off at turn number 2. Car slowing down on the front straightaway. The 8 of Dennis Curry. Curry in the 8 slows down on the top side of the racetrack. Caution is out. Caution out for the 8 of Dennis Curry. It looks like he's got a flat tire. And here we go. Off the 4th turn. Johnson still leading. Dawson second. There goes Chubb Frank swinging by Bradish on the outside for 3rd. Bradish is 4th. Geisler still 5th. Hit 6th. Baker 7th. Mountwood 8th. Banal 9th. Mike Johnson and Bill Nepper running for 10th. Johnson really getting some forward bite in that Johns Towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48. Right there when he gets on the gas, picking that left front wheel up in the sky. Timmy Hitt now trying to get by Lynn Geisler for 5th into turn number 1. They're roll for 5th. Hitt and Geisler. Hitt makes the pass down the backstretch. 5 more laps to go. 5 more laps to go. In the 04 trying to pass the Steve Baker 84 in turn 3. Johnson starting to lap some more cars. Dawson second. Frank third. Timmy Hitt trying to take 4th away from Lou Bradish off of 4. Hitt down on the inside, moving up to 4th. He's got it clamped up too. Bradish is 5th now. Geisler 6th. Mountwood 7th. Baker 8th. But now 9th. And Mike Johnson runs 10th. Here he comes through 3 and 4 with 2 more laps to go. Davey J. Timmy Hitt closing in on Chubb Frank. Frank is 3rd, but Timmy Hitt closing in there. White flag waving for Johnson. 1 more lap to go. Dawson by himself in 2nd. The battle now for 3rd. Chubb Frank and Tim Hitt. Pittsburgh's coming up in just 3 weeks. He's won it twice, and this will be his 3rd win here this year. The Johns Towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48 from Greensburg. Davey Johnson is your winner tonight. Rick Dawson 2nd. Chubb Frank and Tim Hitt will be Frank 3rd. Hitt 4th. Bradish 5th. Geisler 6th. Mountwood 7th. Baker 8th. Banal 9th. And Mike Johnson 10th.
Yeah, it's
not too far away, two-time former winner of Pittsburgh, and it seems like you're just getting tuned up. Your program's really coming together and you're having a real good year.
Yeah, the whole crew, I mean, they take care of everything. I work during the week, and these guys maintain the car, and they do a heck of a job. Everything's always A+.
Davey, always good to see you back. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Put your hands together for Davey Johnson.
All right, Ted, thank you much. 626-7510. 626-7510. Pezabiz. Caution it. Green is out for the spectator stocks. Oh, look at this traffic jam on the back straightaway. The Eisminger Pennzoil 1 of Neil Eisminger is in front. Dave Greenawald of the 0 will exit turn 4 in second. Dave Beck in the 63X moving to third. Here comes Lenny Dobrashowski riding the top side in the 25. He's got fourth in turn 2. Maybe not after he exits the turn, though. Stacy White in the 55 back underneath him. Here they come. Neil Eisminger out in front. Dave Beck is second. Stacy White third. Dave Greenawald fourth. Charlie DiLoretto into fifth now and trying to go for fourth. Here comes Len Dobrashowski diving down off the second turn. He'll move up into fifth as they scramble down the back straightaway. Crowded quarters in turn 3, the middle of that field. Four wide coming off the fourth turn. The battle is on. Neil Eisminger sets the pace. Dave Beck second. Charlie DiLoretto in the 11 to 55 of Stacy White side by side for third. Len Dobrashowski is fifth. These guys just continue to amaze. All over the racetrack, wheel to wheel. Laps are down, 10 to go. Neil Eisminger shows the way. The Eisminger's Pennzoil, Danella's Auto Body, Porky's Restaurant number 1. Charlie DiLoretto third, Len Dobrashowski fourth. Side by side for fifth, the 5 of Frankie Schneider and the 55 of Stacy White going into 1. Schneider makes the pass in turn 2. And Ralph Hysong Jr. now starting to march forward in the 2 cars. Pat Weldon slows down in the 45 and looks like he's headed for the pits. Dave Beck in the 63X, the Simmons Window Cleaning Thermo Twin Windows Ford, trying to put a charge on here to close in on the 1 of Neil Eisminger, and he better charge because they're coming behind him. The 11 of Charlie DiLoretto, the 25 of Len Dobrashowski. Down the back straightaway. Doby up high in the 25. Here they come into 3 and 4. Eisminger's in the middle lane. He's got the lead. Who's going to be second? Dave Beck and Len Dobrashowski. Dobrashowski gets by. Beck now trying to take the lead away from Eisminger into turn number 1. Ralph Hysong Jr. moves up another spot, as does Frankie Schneider in the 5. We're past the halfway point. Every time you think these guys can't get any better than they were before, they are amazing. 6 laps to go. laps to go, folks. Lendo Brashowski, the Home Renovations Carnes Bakery 25, looking for 2 wins in a row. He hasn't left much down since moving into the lead. Frankie Schneider way up on the outside, takes second. Eisminger is trying to hold on for third here. Comes the 2 of Ralph Heisong Jr. to the inside. Right behind them running fifth, the 63X of Dave Beck. They're 3 wide there for about 7th and 8th, maybe 8th and 9th. In turn 3, they separate a bit. Alan Sala, Rick Hyman, Stacy White. 3 laps to go. Dobrashowski leading, Frankie Schneider second, Ralph Heisong Jr. third, Neil Eisminger fourth, Dave Beck fifth. DiLoretto is 6th. Hyman and Sala battle for 7th and 8th. Stacy White runs 9th. Rich Appolito in the 77X is 10th. Fred Schneider off the pace in car number 10. Caution is out. Somebody spinning in the water that Fred Schneider put down, the 3D of Dave Krumanic, and he hits those tires a ton. Three laps to go. It'll be a single file restart. Lendo Brashowski started 12th after his win last week, trying to come home a winner again tonight for the 2nd straight week. Model feature. We start at the cone, and they're getting a little head start. And away we go. Dobrashowski leads, but Frank Schneider and Ralph Heisong Jr. are right there with him. Down the back straightaway, Neil Eisminger, who is the early leader, runs 4th. Schneider trying to challenge for the lead. Two more to go. Schneider trucking 5 and the West Point Truck Center 2, trying to track down the Home Renovations 25 of Lendo Brashowski. Neil Eisminger 4th, Dave Beck is 5th, Alan Sala moving into 6th in the 00 with 1 lap to go. Here comes Heisong, trying to take 2nd away from Frankie Schneider. Dobrashowski on his way to win number 6 this year. His 2nd in a row. The Home Renovations Carnes Bakery 25. Lendo Brashowski wins again tonight. Close for 2nd. 4th to Neil Eisminger. Dave Beck 5th, and 3 wide for 6th, 7th, and 8th. Stacy White 9th and Rich Appolito 10th, I believe, in the 77X. For Lendo Brashowski, 2 wins in a row. Let's go to Ted Williams for a quick interview. Ted?
You get over here, right? You start from 12th. It doesn't get any harder than that.
No, man, these guys are killer out here, especially everybody who's fast was in front of me.
a hard charger to boot, we just found out. But Lenny, you start 12th, and these guys are racing 4 and 5 wide, coming up through the back. You didn't pick your holes. Ran a great race.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it's luck. I mean, I think half the time it's better to be lucky than good, and it's just awesome out here, you know. I just can't thank everybody that helps me enough. It's just their 6th win, like you said, and selling the car. And I guess the best way to say it's for sale and get what I want for it. But I'd like to thank God first, my mom, and everybody that helps me. Like Nooner's Bar, Corn's Bakery, KDL Construction, Billy Still Auto Body, a couple girls that helped cost me. Her names are Pam and Heidi. Who am I forgetting? And Nooner's Bar Bar. I'd just like to thank everybody. Without them, I wouldn't be here.
Hey, Lenny, you did this back-to-back thing before. If you win next week, you're going to start dead last. So you've got a lot of practice coming up to the front.
Well, let's try it, and then we can get to being right.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Put your hands together for Lenny Dobrashevsky, tonight's Spectator Stock feature winner.
Every time those guys put on one of those thrilling shows, you think they can't be outdone. They do it again. Just some absolute dynamite racing in the Spectator Stocks. And now the M-Stall Modifieds are next. M-Stall Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning on McCaig Street in Swissville. The 20 of Logan Drnoshik and the 0 of Larry Kugel. 29, Jeff Hafke, and the 57 of Stas Shadowski, the 10 of Wayne Tessine, and the 00 of Budi Petsko. 38, Dennis Niederreiter, the 67 of Bobby Bongiorni, 84, Jim Petrell, 55, Tom Duratz, the 0K of Kerry Petrosky, Carl McKinney in the 6M, and Kurt Habadell in the 71. John Mergo leads down the back straightaway. Jeff Bonashevsky running second. 69 is Danny Burns. 17, Russ Matika. 20, Logan Drnoshik. Way down on the inside, picking that left front wheel off the ground. Down the back straightaway, still John Mirgon in front with Jeff Bonashevsky second. Drnoshik is third, Burns fourth, Russ Matika running fifth. Bruce Driestad is sixth in the 77. Then the 10 of Wayne Tessine. Trying to pass Driestad, the 0 of Larry Kugel is next. The Yingling Lager Sabre equipment of 20 of Logan Drnoshik was moving quickly on the inside, but lost some ground as the Tomai's Towing 1 of Jeff Bonashevsky is still second. Right behind the Mirgo Enterprises Digital Color Graphics 40 of John Mirgo. Wayne Tessine quickly up into fourth. Look at him fly off the second turn down the back straightaway. Drnoshik takes over second. Tessine is just flying out there. Coming on the outside off the fourth turn. Here they come. Drnoshik down low. Tessine doesn't have enough room up high. Drnoshik with the lead into turn one. John Mirgo in the 40 still second. Then a 10 of Wayne Tessine now third. Jeff Bonashevsky is fourth. Danny Burns running fifth in car 69. Tessine in the 10 into the second spot. 5 laps are down. Tessine looks to the outside of Drnoshik in turn 3. Cost Lettering and Graphics 10 just drives right around him. He is really hooked up. Drnoshik second now. Mirgo third. The 1 of Jeff Bonashevsky is still fourth. And the 69 of Danny Burns and the 17 of Russ Matika. Battle for fifth. Larry Kugel trying to get his nose into that fray in turn 3 of the 0 car. to one of Jeff Broniszewski. Moving up. Ooh, Broniszewski spins coming off the fourth turn. Caution is out. Everyone gets by. Green is back out. The scene continues to lead. Drnoshek second, John Mirgo third right now with Larry Kugel fourth. Russ Matika is fifth. Jeff Hafke trying to overtake the 69 of Danny Burns for sixth. Caution is out. We got a crash here off the fourth turn. Robbie Bongiorni in the 67, 38 Dennis Niederreiter, and the 71 of Kurt Havedel. Havedel returns in the 71, and we're underway. To go. Larry Kugel's up to third now. John Mirgo fourth. And Jeff Hafke on the outside trying to get by the 17 of Russ Matika for fifth. Now right behind the fourth place car of John Mirgo in turn three. The big three running first, second, and third. The only drivers to have won this year. Tessine, Drnoshek, and Kugel. Mirgo fourth, Hafke fifth, Matika sixth. Stashadowski takes seventh. Bruce Driestad is eighth. And he burns ninth, and Jim Petrell is 10th. 2 more laps to go. 2 laps remaining for your M-Stall modified feature. Ooh, Tom Duratz in the 55 comes down into the 71 of Kurt Havedel and then hits one of the tires. Those tires have taken a beating tonight. Caution is out. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Waiting to seem like Lendo Rochelski trying to repeat after winning last Saturday. Kugel now challenging Drnoshek for second. With white flag waving, 1 more lap. Russ Matika back up to fifth, passing the 29 of Jeff Hafke. Stashadowski is sixth. Here they come. 2 wins in a row, number 8 on the year for Wayne Tessine in the M-Stall Modifieds. Logan Drnoshek second, Larry Kugel third, Mirgo fourth, Matika fifth, Hafke sixth, Sadowski seventh, Driestad eighth, Petrell ninth, Petsko is 10th. Spectator stocks. Wayne Tessine is also the Monarch Oil Wolf's Head Hard Charger. After coming, how about a nice hand? He's out of the car. Wayne Tessine pads that points lead. Well, folks, we thank you for coming out. We hope you enjoyed the show, enjoy your week, and have a safe trip home. We'll see you next Saturday here at Pittsburgh. Let's go trackside to Ted Williams and the winner, Wayne Tessine.
Get a quick word with Wayne. Wayne, congratulations. Your 8th win this season, 2nd in a row. Again, you and Larry both with 8 wins this year. Added the points lead a little bit more. That championship's looking awful good right now.
Yeah, it is. I hope that everything goes as it's been the last few weeks and we don't have any nights that we don't finish, because that's really what's important.
Wayne, you started 12th by virtue of winning last week, and just didn't take very much time for you to get up front. You got up there and got around Logan, and off you went again.
Yeah, I didn't have much planned to say tonight. I didn't think I'd be here. We're starting 12th.
Hey, Wayne, congratulations on a great run.
Okay, thanks. I'd like to thank everybody again that helps us all year. Red Daly, that's up there in the grandstands, he stops in at where I work every week, so make sure I say thanks to him, too.
All righty, congratulations. Put your hands together for Wayne Tessine.
Again, folks, thanks for coming out. We hope you enjoyed the racing. We've still got a regular show next week, plus the Adventure Senior Series, regular racing again September the 12th, then the Pittsburgh weekend September 18th, 19th, and 20th. Take your time going home. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Saturday.